So, ladies, it is so good to see you again after all these years. 2008 graduates.
It's been a while.
Yes,
Wow.
it's been a while. I was just
So,
saying,
so tell me a little bit of what you've been doing. Let's start with you, Pierre.
I've been an educator at DOE
Mm-hmm.
for the past, I want to say, 7 years,
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of wanted a break, so I took a leave of absence and I went into a charter. So right now, I'm actually dean of being there as well slash assistant principal.
Mm-hmm.
Been working with the students. I mean, charter DOE, it's the same thing. I feel like we're still educating our brown children. So
Right.
I don't get caught up in the politics. I'm just
Mhm.
about the business of educating kids. And so this position, which I was like, no, I don't want that. I want that, but it allows me to touch students in a different way. Right. So in my classroom, I'm able to touch, let's say, up to 25, 30 kids.
Right.
But when I'm working with teachers and training them and coaching them, I'm able to touch all of those kids in their classroom based on how I'm able to coach them and kind of like through their pedagogy, as well as creating the classroom culture that I know that children can thrive in. So that's like one of my big pieces that I've taken over with the school is like creating the classroom and school culture that's inviting to students and their families. Because when everyone is involved, then you can really push the education piece, right, by educating the whole child. And so I'm very excited about that. This is my second year in this position, and I'm like, have big things planned. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm excited. Hence why I'm reaching back because, again, finding educators that's not just certified, but who are really passionate and care, and because it's a gritty job, who's willing to put in the work, it's very, very crucial. And what else? I know where I was trained, and so I know that coming back to MEC is going to be like, I'm going to be, aligned with people who are caring and who know what the job entails. So here I am.
Oh, great. It's so good to see you.
Yes.
I'm just so thrilled that you see Medgar as the foundation.
Definitely.
That you could come back to us and say, I want your teachers.
Educate to liberate.
And I'm so happy that you were able to hire one of our teachers this year.
Yes, Amanda.
Amanda is there, and I know she's going to give you a lot, and she's going to get a lot from you.
I'm expecting a lot. So I told her that. I said, I know where I got you. I said, I know how you've been trained. And so I'm looking for that. So we're definitely excited to have her on board. And so, and hopefully more.
Yeah. And Bolatito.
Yes.
You crossed the shores back to your hometown.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes, I'm glad that I went to this school and I had good teachers from Edgar Evers. But before coming to Medgar, I knew I had the passion that I'm coming here to go back home and give it back to them. I want to have a school. And went back 2010. I founded my school. And right now I have about 150 children in my school. From creche, we call it creche, daycare, to 5th grade. And this year, my first set of the 5th grader graduated to the middle school. And every morning, when I see my picture, because my graduation picture, I put it at the entrance of my school. And every time I see that picture, I say, thank you for Medgar Evers and thank you for Dr. Paul, because she really gave it to us the best, our best. And I'm glad and I'm happy. And I really appreciate you so much for it. I thought you were very harsh on us, but she was doing the best for us, because if she didn't do that, even though we're adults, but at least she brought the best out of us. Thank you, Dr. Paul.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you.
This is good. But what I want to say to you guys is that the work is always going on. The work is never finished. And with the launch of our new School of Education, I couldn't think of a better opportunity, than your visit to me today to really say to you guys, the work we did over the years has not been in vain. Here we are emerging as a real transformation in Central Brooklyn. Because the plan is to transform Central Brooklyn and its environs, really, with the School of Education. Students coming to college not ready for college level work, we're going to focus on developmental education. We're going to work in the pipeline schools. You know, Dr. Crew established the pipeline initiative when he came here in 2013. And from then, you know, he said colleges are not doing enough to help schools with their end product. And us going back into those schools and working with the children from middle school, you know, in elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, you know, and get them college ready. So when they come here, we don't have the developmental and the remedial that they, you know, that hurdles that kind of keep them and really kills their spirit, you know. So you do it now and you see the benefits later, you know. So I'm really, you know, excited about the School of Education. I mean, we've been talking about it since you all have been here, and it's happening. It's been born.
I'm glad.
Will
I'm
there
glad to
be an
present.
opportunity for you to help my school back home?
Well, hopefully, you know, you just heard the president talk about international connections.
Yes.
And what we've done, well, our first focus is in the Caribbean region, because that's where most of our population
Okay.
is. But we are hoping to be able to do, you know, Africa as well. You know, so Nigeria is one of the areas, or Provost is from Nigeria.
Okay.
So, you know,
In Haiti, I'm
yeah,
sure.
and Haiti, of course, is part of the mix. So we are hoping that, you know, we can, you know, encourage this collaboration where we can do things like this and have exchanges for our students and our teachers as well. So I think that is something that we can explore and look into and see how well we can, you know, create those partnerships.
And you're one, right?
Yes.
You're one, no matter what. So I'm very excited. Oh my goodness.
excited.
Like I said, this is the right time.
Yes.
This is the right time to continue the push now, right? It's like you get to this level, but there's still that push. Like you said, the work is
Never
always
done.
it's
Never
never
done.
done. It's just like next level.
Yeah.
Next level now.
Next level now.
Next level.
Right.
Yes.
So I'm just so glad that you all are here.
Thank
And the fact that you want to really work with our students, our up and coming teachers,
That's
and
not
create
my
opportunities
question.
for them, you know. And that's one of the things I always pride, you know, myself as being a MEDGA faculty is that when we do our work here well, you all don't forget. Our students don't forget. They always come back and they can influence other students. You know, just yesterday, there was a student in here and she was just, you know, hemming and hawing about everything. Every suggestion I gave her, she had another thing, you know, to counter it, to say, well, this is why I can't do this. And then Bolatito walked in. And I said, Bolatito, speak to her. And that just changed the whole dynamic. So we were out in the hub there, you know, yesterday, and everybody was just so excited. People had tears in their eyes by the time the whole, you know, transformation occurred. And she was ready, and she says, you know what, I needed this. So sometimes hearing it from faculty doesn't do the job for a student. Hearing it from administration doesn't do the job for a student. But hearing it from another student
That has
who's
gone
been
through
there,
it.
done
Yes.
that,
Yes.
and some makes an impact. And I think that was so powerful yesterday. So the fact that you all are coming here to make sure you meet all new students, and then that you're looking forward to hiring them in your schools and just having them work with you, I think it's a blessing. It's a blessing. And I can't ask for more from you all. I'm proud of you both. So our doors are open. Our doors are open.
Thank you.
I just had like a major flashback when I was standing there and seeing all those freshmen, because I remember myself sitting there.
yeah.
And then the journey from that point. And the tears and everything like that, and coming into, like you said, it probably was like that young lady that's so
Right.
you were like, I don't know, I can't, my daughter,
Mhm.
or even coming to school with my daughter. She said in many classes, and who, by the way, is actually going into her 4th year of college.
Wow.
We're finishing
Isn't that
in Buffalo.
amazing?
Yeah, so I look at her, I'm like, wow.
That's amazing.
So like just remembering it, and I see them, and like they don't know what the journey is going to be. They hearing it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like you said, when they're going through it, having the people who are in place who's going to encourage them. And I think out of everything, like you said, that's what I took away from with MEDGA, right? It's like the work was hard, but the people that were there, you, Dr. Schrader, you know, Lester, like, it's just like you felt like you were a part of a family.
Yes, they
Right.
encouraged us. Yeah,
Yes,
we were
and I can
family.
come in and have a counseling
Yeah, we were
session,
family.
like, oh my God, and then walk away feeling strengthened and knowing that you're
You
going
can
to
do
be
it.
worked with and you can do it and
Yeah.
come back and do it. So like I think that's the biggest thing, and I thank you for that. I thank you for that.
It was my pleasure.
Hope I wasn't too difficult.